Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first of our title fights of the evening. This next fight, proudly sponsored by Art Cartel and Go. This fight will be for the 53.5 kilogram WMC state title. Coming to us first out of the blue corner, please welcome Selena
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, WMC state title on the line. Selena Sornakdi out of the Dynamite gym, trained by Dennis O'Day, 9 wins and 5 losses. Got a great following behind her.
Her opponent fighting out of the red corner. Please welcome back to Melbourne centering, Spring Sia. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This next fight will take place in the 53.5 kilogram weight division. They will be fighting for the WMC state title. This fight proudly sponsored by Art Cartel and Go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, introducing, fighting out of the blue corner. Last night weighing in at 53.4 kilograms. She brings to us a fight record of 9 wins with 5 losses. Trained at a Dynamite Muay Thai by Dennis O'Day and the crew. Welcome back to center ring, Selena Sornakdi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, her opponent. Fighting out of the red corner, last night weighing in at 53.5 kilograms. She brings to us a fight record of 10 wins, 8 losses, and 3 draws. She is trained out of Martial Spirit right here in Melbourne, Victoria. Ladies and gentlemen, can I present to you one of Victoria's favourite fighting females, Spring Sia! This fight, 5 by 3-minute rounds, proudly sponsored by Art Cartel and Go. Both fighters, Wai Kru Remoy.
And welcome to fight number 5, fighting for the WMC state title, proudly sponsored by Art Cartel and Co. Selena, trained by Dennis O'Day from the Dynamite gym. Fighting at a Dynamite gym, trained by Dennis O'Day with 9 wins and 5 losses. Fighting Spring Sia from Martial Spirit with 8 wins, 8 losses and 3 draws.
Jump up and get down.
both girls now doing the Wai Kru, center ring.
So now with the main card, we will see the fighters doing a full Wai Kru. Wai Kru's for the Muay Thai casuals at home is a pre-fight ritual in a dance formation. They will form all kinds of shapes, and it's just all, it's all about respect. It's also getting your mind ready into what you're going to go for. A lot of fighters you'll see use it as a stretching technique as well. Just get their mind and body settled, because they know once this Wai Kru's done and the removing of the Mong Kong, they're going into war. And also for those at home, for those who think that a Wai Kru is very simple to do, I can assure you it is not. It takes actually quite a lot of practice. When you've got a crowd of people and cameras and everything on you, you want to make sure you get it right. Hence, being 6'5" and 105 kilos, whenever I fight full Thai rules, I do a very, very, very simple being the optimum word, Wai Kru. Some upcoming shows coming up. April 24th over in Perth, the retirement fight of Roy Wills on the domination fight card, also featuring myself against Big Al Husbarger, Aretta Gilbert against Alex Mopper James, and a stacked undercard. Obviously Roy Wills taking on also one of WA's favourites in Barry Oliver in the trilogy. Roy Wills, if you're watching, brother, it's going to be an honour to be on the same fight card as you. And when you finish up and retire, what a stellar career you've had. May 22nd, my main man sitting next to me, Mr. Powerplay himself, Joe Nader, returns to Powerplay Promotions. Obviously getting the fight game back going after a horrid year of 2020. Joe, what can we expect to see on Powerplay?
Johnny, you're going to expect a big show once again, as we always do. I mean, it's been 1 year now, just over a year since we put on our last show. We were the last ones to put on that show, actually, before the COVID. So we're looking at some really big fights coming up. I don't want to reveal the carders yet because the fighters haven't been signed. We're in the progress of signing up some really great matchups. May 22 at the Melbourne Pavilion.
Powerplay back at the Melbourne Pavilion, a favourite spot of Fight Sports in Victoria. And of course, June 26th, we see the return here at the Ultima Function Centre, or possibly at the Moonee Valley Racecourse for Hardcore Promotions, headlined by Corey Smith, who we'll be having a chat with later. And then the big one, August 7th, where trucks will collide. Bunjaku step, I think he's fought in every weight division there that's conceivable, all the way up to heavyweight. He'll be taking on Chris Bradford in what will no doubt be an amazing spectacle. Get on down to that one. That is going to be huge. As both girls finish up their Wai Kru, going to centre ring for the final instructions by veteran Muay Thai man, Abbas Ahmadi, fighter, trainer, referee, judge. He's done all that as Abbas and doing another great job tonight. This one's for the WMC state title. We're not too far out from this one. After the removal of the Mong Kong, these two girls are going to get it on.
That's right, Jono. WMC state title on the line, proudly sponsored by Art Cartel & Co.
WMC, the World Muay Thai Council, one of the more prestigious belts, more particularly in Thai boxing to have, whether you are a state, national, international, or of course world champion. If you are recognised by the WMC in Thai boxing, you're obviously doing something pretty good and you are pretty special in the sport of Muay Thai.
You know, these two girls having the opportunity to fight for the state title, how exciting is that?
Seconds out, round one.
Well, they come out to fight, and there you go.
Here we go, 5 by 3.
Selena just picking the inside leg, just trying to get as many points as she can to start off with.
I haven't actually commentated Selena in quite some time. It's actually been a few years, but Spring Sia, I've actually had, Spring has been on the same card as me a few times. Traditionally a bit of a slower starter. She just likes to feel her opponent out, but very, very technically sound is Spring. Very clean, very good to watch. Slightly taller, a bit more aggressive is the Selena. Saw knocked in the blue shorts as she gets pushed off balance.
Look, Selena. Spring is just going to be a little bit more composed, waiting for the big hit to connect, and you'll see that coming where Selena, on the other hand, is just trying to just pick her shots and trying to get as much points as she can up. Maybe just to, put a little bit, get her to play some catch up. But she's got to be very careful because Spring over there has got some really great, nice kicks.
Very fast on the switch left. She just raised Selena earlier, saying, even though you're taller, I can get my foot up there. Nice check and a bit of the aggressimeter with the hands thrown back by Spring, sorry. Selena doing a good job, looking for the leg, catches a kick, goes for the sweep, misses it all together. Both girls break back in the center of the ring. Both girls going to definitely been on the circuit, particularly locally here in Melbourne. They're going to be very well aware of what each other is good and not so good at, trying to expose each other's weaknesses. Oh, nice clipping right hand there by Spring Sia. Switch up lead, going low again is Selena. High, low, low, high. That's the way to catch a fighter out. Spring now starting to find a home for that switch lead. She's landed quite a few on the right arm of Selena. Great support for these two girls as well. You always know when Sornuk here in the house, when Dynamite Muay Thai are in the house.
Now look, Selena's fighting a smart fight, I think. She's not getting too caught up in it. She's just trying to, pick her shots, get those little flick shots in, but they all score, obviously, But she has to be very careful because you got Selena there Spring comes up with that high kick out of nowhere. She's just got to be careful to keep that hand up.
She's also very quick as well. She's got really good speed and timing. But Selena doing a good job. She's holding her ground.
She is. Nice right hand there by Spring.
Spring, definitely from previous fights, showing a lot more aggression, especially in the early rounds, and really definitely a big improvement in the hand department from Spring.
She certainly is there, Jono, but I'd like to maybe just see it, maybe not the first round, but...
End of round one. Once again, shout out to R Cartel and Go. WMC state title, Selena, Sornuk, Spring Sia.
Well, when you're talking about work rate and just connecting more often, I like to think Selena there, just those little pick, might have won her the round. But on the other hand, when you got Spring over there landing with more powerful shots, so to speak. So I don't know how the judges will see that. But once again, I think it's a pretty close round. I might just look at the viewpoint. Might just.
Yeah, very close round. Both girls really showing what they're capable of doing. I really liked how Spring found a home for that switch lead. But I'll just look over to the red corner where Spring Sia is. She's got some decent reddening on the right arm, so she's been copping a few of her own. But, very, very close matchup. Definitely a really good fight. Definitely worthy of a WMC title. So with a 5 by 3 minute round fight being a traditional Muay Thai fight, the round breaks are actually 2 minutes. So 5 3-minute rounds, 2 minute breaks in between.
It is a long break there, John, 2 minutes. And I think, the fighters have enormous time to recover and come back and fight hard again.
Absolutely. I think 2 minute breaks should just be reserved for heavyweights only because we need it.
I think 2 minute breaks should be eliminated full stop. 1 minute break is more than enough. What's the difference?
Nah, true. The 2 minute break, it's more of a thing for traditionally in Thailand. In a lot of ways, I do agree with you. K1 in kickboxing, whether 3 or 2 minute round fights are always a 1 minute breaks.
Yeah, correct.
When you look into MMA, they're 5 minute rounders, and they're 1 minute breaks.
1 minute break, exactly right.
Fighters seconds out for round 2.
Selena in the blue corner there. He's getting the ankle guards already. Both girls come to center ring, touch glove, and off they go.
I really like
There's a high kick there by Spring that we're talking about, Jono.
I'd like to see Selena just use her range a bit better because she's definitely got it.
Look, if Selena uses her range, I think Spring's got the longer range there for some reason. I don't know why. She seems to have longer arms.
Those legs.
Longer legs, yeah. But, I think with Spring, she needs to start using that jab and setting up all her combos or kicks or whatever she needs to do.
She's getting a few clipping punches through. We just saw a nice short overhand right. Both girls going for the box on in center ring.
Have a look at these two girls just standing there going for it. They both want that title around their waist tonight, Jono.
And this is what, you know, Thai boxing, something I personally, I like and I teach is when you get into an exchange, you've got to win the exchanges. You have to win the exchange. You can't let them off and say, okay, you got that one, I'll get the next one. You've got to win every exchange. Both these girls putting on a terrific display. Now the elbows, Spring starting to hunt for the sneaky elbows. Unsuccessful in the first one. Oh, nice switch up.
Nice push kick too. Nice team follow up.
This is a very even round so far, you know. Selena definitely starting to, you know, come forward a lot more now.
And if you have a look at these two girls, I mean, the kicks and the punches and everything that they're copying, you don't see them really backpedaling much, do you, Jono?
No.
I mean, you know, they might step back a little bit, they come forward again, just think, come on, let's go. And it's great to see.
You know, the other thing too, with obviously these girls being a lot lighter weight and may not obviously have the power of, say, like a heavyweight, but the amount of shots that they're throwing in succession, 2s, 3s, and 4s constantly. You're not seeing a lot of single shots, 2s, 3s, 4s, combination, high, low, kicks, punches. That's a lot to be taken.
That's so correct. That's so true there, Jono.
Nice right hand switch up lead by Selena. Looks to reset again. Going for the outside, looking for catches, Spring on, another one with the left hand from Selena.
Selena's coming forward and says, you know what, you haven't got nothing, I'm not scared of you, I'm going to keep coming forward and just keep scoring those shots, as you can see there. Great work rate.
As I was saying before, those 2s, 3s, and 4s, they may not be the hardest shots, but
they land, John.
They're landing.
And the judge's eyes, you know, that scores.
You can't keep wearing them all day. They just pop, 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 pop. Terrific work by both girls.
And I like to see Spring maybe using those kicks a lot more and use that reach. She's going to think this tapping of the leg is okay once, twice, but not too often. Where Selena's really closing in the gap. Nice elbow, followed by a switch kick.
Fighters become attuned. I'll tell you what, at the end of that round, Selena is looking a hell of a lot more confident.
Absolutely.
In the round number 2, Selena Sornakti, Spring Sear and Severing, WMC state title on the line. Yes, definitely in that round, we saw Selena as my co-commentator Joe Nader waves away the smoke. He's been copping the smoke machine all night. But the confidence, particularly in the second half of that round from Selena, has really showed that she wants this and she's in this fight. Definitely have to give that second round to the blue corner.
I'm with you there, John, the blue corner deserves that second round. But you see now, Spring has to be a little bit more careful now. She's going to be taking that step and slowing down and let Selena maybe step up again and keep moving at that pace. She can cost the WMC title. Where on the other hand, Selena knows that, you know, the title's on the line. She's trying to be the aggressor, trying to score as much as she possibly can and try and take the fight that way.
And definitely in this weight division, the 53, 55 kilo, Spring, you know, she's put a good name for herself, not just in Victoria but around the country. You know, she's going to be a big scalp for Selena to take. But this fight is really starting to heat up. Coming up next after this fight, we're going to have a chat with our headline fight of the next Hardcore Promotions in Corey Smith. Corey, one of Victoria's favourite, very entertaining, always manages to bring the house down when he fights. Definitely a man who has his own style. Fighters, seconds out. For round 3.
And there we go, start of round 3. Both girls are centering. There you got Selena starting off where she took off of those shots, those kicks.
Absolutely. I was just thinking that in the round break where Selena was really picking up the confidence. Now you've got to be able to take that into the next round. You can't just rest on your laurels.
No, you can't. You're right there, Jono.
Oh, nice little switch up to the face. You know, a bit of foot and mouth.
Check out the artwork on her back, Jono. Nice 1-2 switch kick where Spring came back with the push kick.
Really nice switch up lead, looks for the push kick, nicely executed, comes forward again, but almost walks into a straight right.
Selena says, yeah, let me give you some back, and there goes the takedown, the sweep.
And she's been hunting that, trying to sweep out the supporting leg, and she's having a great time in center ring.
Nice push kick there by Selena, by Spring, sorry.
But Selena keeps coming forward. Into the clinch. I like the way that Selena's getting the glove across the face. Broken up there by a referee, Basmati. Both girls in the center ring again. Low push kick fired off by Spring Sia. She looks for the round kick, catches it on the arms, does Selena.
Nice leg kick there by Spring.
Oh, almost goes for the headache maker. Both girls not willing to give an inch. Nice push kick. Spring's starting to find a home for that push kick and rear leg kick as well.
Nice hands there by Selena. She's using that teep beautifully just to keep her back, isn't she there, Jono?
Definitely getting kept away by that teep. One of the best techniques a taller fighter can use. Just keep that teep going.
Nice switch kick there by Selena. Using that left leg really, really smart. He throws it right and always follows up with that left leg, and it's landing to the body, which is scoring quite well.
I tell you, both of these girls really want to keep their hands tight because they can so quickly get those feet and legs up to the head so fast.
You know, you look at Spring, she's got the bigger body, I believe. She looks taller, more bigger and everything else, but it doesn't seem to face Selena one little bit, does it?
Absolutely, and Selena doing a good job the last round and a half, controlling center ring, backing Sia up a lot. But I tell you, I've seen Sia fight so many times, just never count this girl out. Nice double up on the switch.
End of round 3. This is a 5-rounder. WMC state title on the line.
And that's in round 3 there, Jono. How do you see that round?
Closer round, although maybe once again just edging it the way of the blue corner. I like the way Selena controlled center ring. Everything that Spring threw at her, Selena had an answer for. Definitely a better round from Spring, but I still lean the way of the blue corner.
Yeah, I seem to be with you. I'm with you there, Jono. I think just slightly to the blue corner.
Now, this is where, in a real traditional Muay Thai fight, I know, like, well, really in any combat sports fight, when you get into the later rounds, this is going to test that will of fortitude. Who wants it more? If both girls are tired, the work rate's been high. It's been a great display. Who's going to dig deep first?
Yeah, look, it's going to be a tough one, but I think the blue corner, if she continues going the way she's going, you know, she's playing her cards right. She's doing everything that she's probably told by Dennis. Where Spring, on the other hand, I just like to see a bit more aggressive and come forward and just, you know, just try and push her back as much as you can.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I'd like to see what Spring was doing in the first round. She was really imposing her will, going in with hands first, something we haven't seen from Spring, and she was really doing a good job. I'd like to see her pick up the hands first, go low again, go back to what she was doing in the first round.
Correct, John, I agree with you.
Still a very close fight, very worthy of a WMC state title. But either one of these girls would be very honoured to have that WMC strap wrapped around the waist.
And we've got 2 more rounds. And here we go, the start of round number 4. Spring coming out, now the aggression. I think now the girls are finally waking up, Jono, coming forward really hard.
Well, they weren't awake before, they are now.
They certainly are now, yeah, you're not wrong, Jono. And look at Spring working that right leg to the body as much as she possibly can.
Shots being taken left and right, answer to whoever throws gets it answered and vice versa.
And this is what we were talking about, coming forward, being more aggressive. And this is probably the advice the trainer has given her, yeah?
Absolutely. It seems that both trainers might have given similar advice where you've got to pick up the aggression and pick up the work rate.
but sending out the aggression on Spring, it sort of put Selena on the back move a bit and sort of unsettled her a little bit.
Absolutely. We're starting to see Spring once again find a home for that push kick. I'd still like to see her come in with hands first. There she goes for the high round kick, missing the mark, almost caught there by Selena. Checked nicely once again by Selena.
I'd like to see Selena maybe just lift it a notch because she doesn't want to lose this round. Yeah.
That's it, and that's where the confidence comes in. You know, you had rounds 2 and 3, you're looking really good. Spring is someone that, you know, she'll pull it back. If you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. Nice jab, 2 body, switch up lead, gets caught, can't go for the sweep. Coming up next, folks, we have our 3 international fights. The first of our 3 international fights, Thailand versus Australia. Back to the action here in centre ring, Spring Sia and Selena Sornakdi. This round getting very, very tight. Very hard to separate these 2 girls in this round.
It is very hard, Jono, but I think so far, the way it's going, I think maybe Spring just...
Yeah, definitely Spring has picked it up a little bit and managed to get on top a little bit more in this round. Still very, very tight. And this is where the advice in the round breaks to the girls, to your fighters. Oh, nice popping jab. This is where the advice when the fight is so tight. This is where the trainers really have to outthink the other trainer. Oh, this one is such a close round. Great skill. And there's that right push kick again. Nice fake, looking for the fake. Goes up for the rear round. Almost caught there again. I definitely am leaning the way of Spring in this round, although it is still very, very close. There's not much in it. She's found that little short popping right hand. And receiving another popping right hand of her own from Selena. There's the receipt. It's a bit of a straight one, Joe. Haven't seen many elbows shown in this one.
No elbows in this one.
In the round 4, we're going to our 5th and final round. Who's going to take home the WMC state title?
I think this is going to come down to the final round there, Jono.
100% have to agree with you there. Final round, this one is too close to call. I might have edged blue corner rounds 2 and 3. Probably edging away of the green corner round 4. Round 1, a bit of a hard one to call. Just don't want to take the risks.
No, you can't afford to. I mean, you've worked out hard. You believe you might be just in front. You've just got to be very careful what you do in that 5th round. Make sure you be smart. Don't get caught and try to finish up the round. At least just winning it if you have to, you know.
Definitely very good advice. Do not get caught.
Do not get caught, absolutely. That will cost you the fight. WMC state title, proudly sponsored by Art Cartel and Co.
Shout out to the return of the Phantom is in the house, Pat Christophe.
Oh, what a there's a lot of good favourites back in Melbourne, and it's really good to see the support after everything Melbourne's gone through. You know, I see faces like yourself, Pat Christophe, obviously the Chelsea brothers, putting on this show, mate, and that's what this sport is all about. It's all about community. And what a way that the fight community has come together after everything Melbourne's gone through, and what a show this has been so far. We're going into a 5th and final, very close one.
Both fighters touch gloves. 5th and final round.
Here we go. It's like 2 rock'em sock'em robots just going at it in centre ring.
It's going to come down to how bad do you want this? Who wants it the most?
First bit of advice ever given to me in the fight game by my current coach now, Mick Siebert. How bad do you want it?
Exactly. How bad do you want it? Get out there and get it. It's yours. There's only one thing stopping you from getting at your opponent.
That's it. It's but also don't get stopped by yourself. Nice jab 2 overhand there by Selena, but Spring now finding a home for the push kick. Jab 2, followed up by the 1 as well.
Both girls have had a bit of box there, Jono.
It's good to see the girls really throwing the leather, and this is a cracking fight. Ice is going to be your best friend after this one. These girls are going to be reaching for the ice pack straight
Nice
after
ice
this.
bath, yeah.
But you know, especially when you win, nothing hurts.
No.
Kebabs make it all better.
Selena got the crowd there behind her chanting her name out, trying to egg her on.
Both these girls very, very popular, especially in Victoria.
Well, you know, it's good. Look, both girls, you know, look, they both want it badly. They know it's down to the last round. Maybe they don't want to leave it to the judges. They want to make sure they've done enough.
No, that's it. But gee, it's not that one girl is not working as hard as the other. They just can't. Not one can get on top of the other. 'Cause they're both just throwing down.
Because whatever one gives, the other one just replies, and it's just making it very hard to score. Like I said, the only thing is I'm finding Selena just those little fiddly, picky shots, maybe scoring. But Spring is landing the big kicks, I believe.
She's starting to land a couple of clipping shots. She landed one with the left, just landed one with the right, finding her hands again.
I think if Spring really wants to win this fight, mate, she's got to just come forward and start kicking as hard as she can.
Who's here for Selena Sornakti?
Good work by Selena. Selena's keeping her there.
Who's here for Spring Sia?
I love getting the crowd going, Joey.
That's your job there, Jono.
Final 30 seconds!
Spinning elbow there by Selena.
Final 30 seconds. Who wants it more? I can't separate them. It's been a box on in this last round for the start. Rock'em, sock'em, robots all the way. The girls are showing the boys how it's done. Here comes Spring Sia coming forward. Jab 2 overhand. She's put the kicks away almost. Well, there's a push kick there, but she's looking for the leather. She's got more leather than a bondage parlor. Here comes Spring Sia, but fighting back is Selena Sornakti. Oh, what a fight.
Oh, yes! What a fight! Very worthy of a WMC title. Can I have a representative from our cartel and go to center ring?
What a fight. WMC state title. What a 5-rounder. The performance, the execution of both girls was unbelievable. It was very hard to pick and choose. You veered to one way, and as the fight went on, you changed directions. And it was left, I think, to the 5th and final round to see who's going to come out on top. But we'll leave that to the judges once again. They are the professionals. But full credit to both fighters. I'm sure both camps were very, very happy and pleased with their fighters' performance. And a special shout out to Art Cartel & Co. sponsoring the WMC state title. It's a tough decision for the judges, and I wanted for the scorecards to come in. Looking at the corners there, I think the blue corner seemed to be a little bit more smiling and happy, thinking they might have won it. But they did win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the results of this fight, please show these female warriors your appreciation. They're showing the boys how it's done. That's how you throw down. Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. All 3 judges had it going the same way. Your first judge scored the fight 50-45, with your next 2 judges scoring at 48-47, 48-47, declaring your winner by unanimous points decision and new WMC state champion, the blue corner, Selena Sornakti.
And yep, the blue corner, state. WMC state title goes to the blue corner. Selena Sawnut D, trained by Dennis O'Day out of the Dynamite gym. Well deserved, well deserved. I thought it was a bit of a hard one to choose, but I believe the judges all went in the one direction. But full credit to both girls. Spring, you put on a great fight, but Selena, I think just picking those shots and really just tip-tap, scoring all those points is what got her over the line.